one size fits all, one-stop shop,
near bar, far bar.
Yeah. It's the increments and intervals.
Yep. You know what? You know what?
You know what? You know.
Back in the game, back in the clutch, back in the glove. Can you start to catch when I'm trying to throw right at you? I wish that I could bring it back, but I don't have a lasso to bring it closer to that. I actually know it's up to my abdomen, but I really start to throw, but not throw up. No, it's not that deep. No, it's not that thing that you really need to see and lose sleep over. Am I not sober? Am I going over shoulders, boulders, Denver? I know a lot of friends are there, but sometimes I start to contend, but I can't compare.
As long as we can breathe the fresh air from here to Minnesota. You know the weather's getting a whole hell of a lot colder. The day that hell freezes over, I'll still be here. Change of the seas, leaves turning over. I'm just trying not to sneeze. Hit the coaster, got a little vertigo. Don't know where I'm ever gonna go. Heard the birds speak a little word to my soul. Had to listen in, open up a little hole. Had a lot of vision in. When I was visiting, I don't know why I give in to the guilt. Is it the innocence? In a sense, I don't know, but I do. But I pretend like I'm just like who? A little like me looking in the mirror. This reflection couldn't get any clearer.
Is it in the distant, the rivals? Is it an instant survival form of just trying to be you, but you're not conformed? You just want to see the see-through and know that you can see the facade and know that there's a wall in front of you. You want it, but you have it all, but you lost it at the same time. What do you want to do now? Do you really want to start to climb? Or do you want to stay put? Do you want to keep foot? Do you know that you can, but you shouldn't? Or maybe you wouldn't? Maybe you couldn't? Maybe sometimes you wish it what it wasn't. I know that all of a sudden it can all change. I know that the rain can turn into winter. It can turn into pain. And I don't think that it makes you want to wonder.
And it's not the wonder that I'm so caught up in, but it's so wonderful how the wonder looks, lusting her skin. I want to touch the sun rays again. Cold, bitter, freezing grin, looking in my eyes and I'm deep within. Never knowing why she is in the wind and she blows wherever it goes. Maybe I'll be forever, we'll maybe just see. What we see, is it a dream when we open our eyes? The moment that we live is the moment that we die. But I'm cocooned till a little before high noon. I'm just trying to ride the tide before the typhoon. I'm looking at myself in this vortex, a little water spout.
They'll give you faith. There's a lot more, but we can't lose it. We have to keep chase. We know that we have a race to run, but we don't think that we're actually overdone. We run all the episodes, try to listen to it one by one. You can do this, you're not alone.
Yeah. We're louder than 400 speakers on blast. Got it running on the track like a 400-meter dash.
Knowing that it's all about what you have. It's not what you leave or what you try to sell or what you try to live in or where you actually dwell. It's where you are and where you want to be. If you don't want to be a wannabe, then you can start to see that you are over all 7 seas. You're in a country that lets you believe and lets you start to see. It's all freedom, but you're not free. You're not dumb. You know that you can see them when they're all ready to go and ready to start to overflow. I really don't think that there's no such thing as never letting go.
The compatibility. It's practically impractical, but it's practically practical. That's the practicality. And I get caught up in what is actually or fantasy reality, trying to find a better salary, put me on salary. I ain't making no commission, this shit is a free, which means it ain't written, it's just given by Alex and me. Like Jericho with a lion's heart, slept 20 years like Rip Van Winkle, think I needed a little bit of time apart.
If there's anything that you ever want to rip apart, the first place that you should start is the heart. Go to the ventricle, maybe then everything will be eventually all the same. It's all displaced, it's all ripped apart. You want to try to escape, you want to leave, not a single little trace. But sometimes all you need to see is that face in your mind, and you start to unwind. You can't control it. You knew that you had the cards, but you fold when you should have actually Put more money up, I don't think it's funny. Sometimes I'm so hungry, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is right? I think that every single day feels like a night. Got it reversed, all the polars, the tides. It's not going right, it's not right, okay inside. I know that I start to coincide, and I start to coincide with all the right and the left. But is there nothing left to have a better life or a better death?
As these skies they lie in wait, looking at my flesh as my eyes dilate. Ow, hooting in the mirror, don't know what I'm gonna do, and I know what I'm doing here. Not a purpose, but my purpose isn't as clear. I feel like if it's worth it, then it's worth it. Is it worthless if it hasn't been worthless for years? What you feel is what you fear. What you fear is what you always feel, and it's so real that it can't be here. I'm so convinced that it's real. It's gotten this bad. Oh shit, oh dad, didn't know that. We're just trying to paint a bigger picture of a Kodak. It's like a montage in Sony. If they didn't know, I don't know. Life goes on okay. Here we are at the crossroads, still trying to cross the road. Got a long way to go.
No turning back now, point of no return. Is it on your back now? Is there a target, a couple circles, painted with a red dot? Do you have a hurdle that you can't get over? Are you not that sober? Are you the type of person that doesn't want to grow older? You wish that you could be a kid forever, but actually you really need to get all your shit together.
Woo!
But do you want to leave? Push a lever, press that red button. Never's never, but you can't say ever, for never and never is never if you can't ever say never. So I know you got it together.
Woo!
Leave it all, leave it all. If you don't got your shit together, take a Benadryl. There's been a vault that can't be opened. They don't have the code.
I think there's 8 keys for only 4 locks. This shit's a gold mine. Fort Knox. You hear a knock, knock, knock. That's a 4 knock. It's the shit. Oh no, of course not.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Boy Scout try to tie a knot.
Knot. Fisherman knot. Slip me a knot like Corey Taylor. Corey's trying to tailor this knot. It's stitching, it's woven, it's weaving. I don't know if I believe it. Is it what it isn't? I don't know if I can see it.
And I wish that I could come to a conclusion about how it all happened, how we just started to be eluding the facts that are factual. Sometimes you subtract what you want to have as tactical.
Yeah, and that magic isn't as magical than not feeling that rush, and it's so radical. I'm just trying to activate it. I'm not trying to be as masochistic, but I look and laugh at it, and it's kind of like a little bit sadistic. The look in the eye, the devil in the smile, and the grin. I don't know why, but for a while I felt within I was just a child, looking at the wind, holding up my kite, never knowing which way I'm going in this life. I'm trying to make it right, holding the skeleton key, I put it to the door. I've never been where I've been to where I've been where I've been, but I feel like I've been there before.
And I know that I can endure. I know that actually there's gonna be a lot more. Am I on the bottom or the top floor? I don't know. It's a question I can't ignore. So I have to explore. I have to look through every single page. Maybe there's a book that makes me a clue or clueless. I don't know. How do I do this? Am I doing everything so ruthless? Taking the color out, but I'm not knowing what I'm about. And I know that it's not a fight. It's something that we see inside our eyes, insight. But we know that we might hold it if we can't let it go. It's so tight. But I might right, I might be left, and I might be on my right side, but I might take death as a little hypocritical thing, because sometimes I'm feeling that it's so subliminal every time I want to sing. But I don't want to let the vocals out, the vowels, everything that I'm about. There's a doubt, there's a conclusion, but it's the type of thing that I'm so eluding.
But there's no reason to doubt. And if you have reason to doubt, well, let's speak about doubt, but I'm leaving them reasons out.
Oh, shit.
Unreasonable doubt. Yeah. No suspicious, but falsely accused. We all do what we do. I know, we all do.
Yeah, I know we all do. But what do you do when you don't know what to do?
I just try to do something that I feel in my heart. In my heart it's judging of who I am and what could I be. If someone's in trouble, I try to lend a hand and be your company.
Well, when you don't have company and you're feeling alone and you're in that zone, what do? How do you find that conclusion? How do you find yourself when you're leaving?
It looks like when you're leaving that the picture is breaking down and you're barely breathing. And feeling that moment when I'm breaking, I don't know what to do and I'm alone. I'm just kinda like you. We're in this lightened room in the darkness of the moon, trying to make right, harvest this tune that we feel right for the song. Just trying to do right as life moves on.
I feel that. I know what you're saying. I can see actually what you're portraying. But when you don't know and you have no fear and there's nothing that really seems crystal clear, where do you look to? What do you find? Like, who do you actually ask to climb? Or how to climb? And how to redefine? What do you do then? How do you design?
We get bolder and bolder, free climbing these boulders. We're getting older as the weather gotten a lot colder. We know we gotta dress on the layers, like our skin in the epidermis. First is the worst come to last. None of the above won't circle one. Life goes on in the circle we hunt. Predator and prey, but let it be the way of a better day. From the sorrows of tomorrows for our yesterdays that never came. Heaven's rain left a letter on the step and leapt. Took another breath, took another step in the right direction. We spit with a slight inflection. Life is a lesson. We try to do right in the essence.
Yeah, that all makes sense to me. When I look back, I see all the history. And I know that there's a story that's there. And I know that Corey, he's like a bear. He's an animal. He can tear you apart. I'm kind of the same way. If you try to dig my heart, I'll do whatever I can to defend me and defend my family until infinity and beyond. I know that it's just another song. I know that I can do this. My word, it's Bond. My last name,
Bonds.
You know it's Barnes. The first name, it's Alex. But yeah, I gotta give charm if I can, but in my right arm, the only thing I have is my fist. And sometimes I'm not a pacifist, but a lot of people, they make me real pissed. Every time I think about all the things that people did when they're actually trying to bring more things to them and not to everybody. Everybody's everybody, that's how the universe works. So you want to try to have enough toughness to have yourself protecting your turf. And you don't want to know that it's not worth everything if you can't help this whole earth.
Yeah, it's best not to doubt. For you I would vouch, I'd stick my neck out. Turtle in a shell, it's personal as well. And if it ain't personal, there's no need to personify. The person that I be is certain that I can't be urgent and fervent when I speak. I'm like at light speed, we eons away. A ninth planet, I learned that in 9th grade. Maybe I was like about 13 or 14 when I first learned that this was my sport and she was my queen. Hip-hop's my wifey. Chucks and Nikes.
It wasn't until 9th grade until I got my first nice blade.
Yup.
It was a switch.
Swiss Army. I'm feeling all fucking...
I used to watch Back to the Future. But now watching Back to the Future is actually talking about the future. And I know that I have a torture rack, Lex Luger.
If I shoot you, I'll shoot you with a Ruger. Not no Derringer. I got hose in all sorts of areas. We're breaking down the walls, we're breaking down the barriers. New Jersey, sometimes I sport a New Jersey. Al's got that Larry Bird USA Dream Team. We're just trying to work the scene, you know what I mean? Keeping it real and we keeping it fresh. So, feel what you feel, I feel I'm deaf. Years behind bars.
But I know that all I have is bars. So if I actually need to gain more, that would actually make me a better rapper than you were since you were born. And I know that I've been torn. I'm like a rose, I have a lot of thorns. Try to touch and that might hurt you. That's the type of thing I do. There's no virtue, patience, maybe that's all I'm waiting for. No, I don't think I can do this. Metaphors will just bring me up the store or bring me up the text. I don't know, I'm feeling so vexed. Do I do this for the right reason, or do I do this try to get a treason? And am I going against myself, like a patriot who's going against another country? I don't know. It's kind of contradiction. I don't know. What's the word?
I'm all ears. No turncoat, red coat, Paul Revere. Boston Tea Party, watch 'em. We'll stomp 'em out like they walking in Compton. Can I get a ciggy? Let's get jiggy.
Yeah, my ninja.
Yeah. I wish I had a gingy.
Yo, you know what I want to say? I want to say fuck the protocol.
Standard procedure.
Fuck every girl that used to call. Fuck every procedure protocol. And I'm a pro, so I know that I can call. I'm not a crow, but I still stand tall. Way above the trees, way above the easels, way above the people. I know I can't please them, so I know it's not easy at times, but I'm still pleasing people with the easiest of minds. I'm not greedy, I don't think so, but I don't think I need dough. But actually I get so confused at times that I realize the money is the thing that makes my spine stand straight up. It gets me out of bed. It makes me not confused. Lets me out my head. Lets me talk that I need to talk. When I need to know that it's really about how you walk and how you present yourself. How you don't need to be a present, but the present is help, and the present is hell. So I know that I can't dwell. I know that I can do it, but only time will tell.
Everyone's got a story to tell, and time will tell their story as well. Everyone's got a story to tell, and time will tell their story as well. Well, this is where Corey fell, but Corey got back up. All is well, if all is well. I've been through hell, live and love and learn. Love to live and forget, but sometimes I tend to regret a little thing. But nothing isn't everything if it's something that can be changed, if it can be. So sometimes I don't even often fancy a better life. I'm just trying to do it better right. I'm just trying to live a better life. And whenever I write, I get the urge to feel this rush. Don't ever want to heal it, I love this cut. Keep it on bleeding, I'm leaking, you leaking too. I'm leaking through, pouring, seeping through like it's morning dew. The morning that I came to something that shone through the rain, through and through. But love is pain, love is what we come to. And if I could only undo what's undone, maybe I could one day make it right. Baby, maybe I just love you all my life. I'm just trying to get it, all we have is time. We're just trying to pass around.
Pass the time, is it pastor time? Do you need a soapbox so you can preach? Do you need to speak? Cause I don't want to listen. Neither does my boy. We've done it, it's progression. It's another lesson, it's engraved. But I don't really want to put in the grave where I've been or where I'm gonna stay. I just do this every week, every day. Every hour, every minute, every second, every life lesson, that's another blessing, that's progression, like I said before, but sometimes aggression, it makes you bleed through the pores, when you really don't need that. You've never been sliced, and you've never been opened up. I just think it's so nice, I just think the life, it just makes you protrude, it just makes you proceed, and you don't know what to do. Woo! So you have it, and you lost it, you grab it, you don't know if there's another caustic of the cost that's sick when you split it, but you don't think it's explicit, so you think you visit every line and every thought process. Is it there? Do you have a lot less? Or maybe then you're a boss, but at best you think that you're forgetting what you needed to regret.
And I forgot this mess like it was a myth. Is it Loch Ness? I guess it's locked in this madness. The sadness is the madness that we recreate. The sadness is the madness in your face that I try to evade and escape. Sometimes it's hard to look at myself and relate. Why do I feel myself this way? I'm just trying to let myself out of myself, and it itself will be okay. Yo, I love that chicken curry. Take you.
What time is it?
But it's about, it's been 25. We started at like 9:15, so it's like 9:45 or like 9:43.
But how about now? We go bar for bar and you ask me how.
How have you felt in the past that's made you different, and how could you react?
Man, that's a fully loaded question. Life has taught me so many lessons. There's so many reasons that I've changed. There's so many things that I could rearrange. If I could go back in time like Marty McFly and I could tie up a line, I could fly through to the future, or maybe back in the past. I knew her.
That's a good answer. I've never been stumped. I need a second. On cue. Okay, this is 2. I have another cue.
Okay.
Life, I guess it all changes, but if you couldn't ever go back now, how could you rearrange it to make it something more if through this weather we all endure?
Yo, when it comes to the weather, there's only a few things you can do. The only thing you can do to endure is to know that you're gonna have the right tools. If there's a lot of snow, you grab a shovel. If there's a lot of rain, you get a bubble that makes it bounce off and reciprocate into a different path. Sometimes I wish that I could wait. In the granite state, the weather, it changes a lot. But the fact is, my point is, you can't actually change what's anointed, because sometimes you wish that you weren't appointed to the place you are, but the place you are is the place you need to be, the place you need to protect, the place you need to believe, the place that has your neck. So there's only one thing you can do if you need respect.
And I believe that, true and true. I believe that, and I believe in you.
Now, but I'm knowing that the bliss is now, and I'm knowing that what I'm doing is right, so it's profound that I thought back in the day, if I thought I would leave it, then I would know that I could believe and commit. But sometimes it's not it. Sometimes there's a lot of things that you can't make stick.
You just totally made sense of that question that I had. I wasn't really sure at first. Now I'm glad that I asked. And that was really great, because you just confirmed something. We conversate, and it's confirmation. And it's so honest and modest, it's a real relation. I feel it too, I feel it through and through, but I believe in it, like I believe in you. Like I said that before, and I'll say it again. I love rap, and I love you, you're my friend.
Give me daps, until we can't give daps. Cause it's all about that, it's about the friendship.
There's no way to end.
There's no way to view an interview if an interview is making you look into you.
Woo! Woo! Damn. That's nice.
I need to get to the store and grab another beer, but we can kill this real quick. It's so insane. It's so insane. It's so insane. It's a mind game. It's so insane. It's so insane.
It's a mind game.
It'll make you insane. But can you start to explain that there's another reason, that there's another plane, that you could take a ship or a plane, and maybe then it will be another way to say that you set sail, that you prevail, that you can never actually fail. But you actually said you had a veil. There was a facade over your eyes, and you sat, and you lose, you confuse. Everything is everything, so how do you booze? If you can't cruise, if you can't stay afloat, how do you stay on the purpose? Is there another note, or another synchronicity? A way to find the choreography? Another way you feel the geography, but it's not in the same place that you started, so you start to feel it's not the same. It's not the type of thing that you can actually explain. It's not paper, so you can't make a plane. Woo! And you know that it makes you go insane.
And if I was on that same plane, maybe I wouldn't be on a different train on the same day. I thought of myself, out of myself, I saw myself start to decay, derailed off the track, wishing I was on the ship just like that. All with a snap, there I was on a ship. Just looking at all of it in the mist, is it? Death to the desolate, destitution. 2 in the back of the head, execution. Not one bullet to pull. Looking at myself, will I sweat it? No, what? Mullet and a rat tail. I just bailed on a handrail, eyed it out with a hand scale. A-okay, I'm just trying to do what I gotta do and make a little bit of pay if I can. I'm just trying to lend a hand. We don't have to preach or reprimand. I'm not trying to be no parent, man, but it's a little transparent, man.
I don't worship a warship. I know that I can afford shit, but I actually can't afford shit. So what the fuck am I gonna do with a 4.5 or a 4.4 Magnum? I don't think that I can actually get at them. Just enough to make me feel fulfilled, just to make me feel that I have a reason to peel and make film and make the reel full. Sometimes it's a video, but I can't pull anybody, any single person out of where they're from. I know that it's hurting a lot of people, but it's the same. It's not so evil, it's so insane, but I'm not evil, Knievel, and I know obtain what's going on in my brain. But I wish that I could do this to every person and maintain a good logic and a good following, a good friendship. Sometimes the hardship swallowing is falling me into a fucking black hole. Pulling me into a black hole. The gravity, I feel it like a lasso, and it grabs me, it pulls me right into the blackness. I wish that I could do this. What the fuck happened?
Alex B, stay.
I stutter.
It's the galaxies
Sometimes.
far away.
And it got a little weird from there. Sometimes it's not ear to hair, it's just ear to ear. But you don't think that you need to steer. The fear kinda goes, it sets sail. You know yet you have it, but you don't wanna fail. It's so tragic, it's so obscene. You know you can do this in your dream. You've seen it all before, you've seen it all fail. You've seen it in the back door, so you let it go. And you don't know if you can hold everything that's there. Gotta let it go.
It's automatic, the problem is I'm an addict. The problem is problematic, and the problem is I've had it. And the problem is the static and the friction. I'm seeing visions in the distance, it's a premonition when I'm spitting. Living for the living, living for the living for the da 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 da. And I'm living for the 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 da 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 da.
Blocka, pataka. What you wanna do with the baby cough?
Wish I was in Theodoras and Sambas, but we're looking at elephants and llamas. Social security, social impurity is so vocal within the...
The last time I came off a boat, I fucking started talking and it hurt my throat.
Immigrant.
Coleslaw ain't cold no more.
Coleslaw. Punch you till you have no jaw. It's like a rock party, she'll leave with no bra.